6:51. I cannot believe it. I don't know where the time goes, but shout out to everybody who is from New York. I got to give y'all a shout out this weekend, Bronx Day. Shout out to Kamik, first of all. Bronx Day is happening in New York, in Atlanta this weekend. So please, guys, you got to come out. You got to join us. We're going to be celebrating. Everybody from the Bronx is going to be there. Anybody from all parts of New York is going to be there. If you want to get your tickets, go to www.bronxday2016 at eventbrite.com. The first day, they're going to be having a kickoff party on Thursday. Friday, I'm going to be at the Remy Ma party. Remy Ma will be here at the all-white party. Saturday is the cookout all day long at Grant Park. And Sunday, I believe, is a brunch and a comedy session. So, guys, come join us at a day party. This is where we're going to be. This is where WSA is going to be. Team WSA. Once again, shout out to Kamik and everybody at Bronx Day. Okay, on with the show. Okay, first of all, welcome. Who am I? My name is Winsome Sinclair, and I'm a casting director here in Atlanta, out of New York. And I am glad to be here with you for ActorScope, which is what?
The best 30 minutes of your week!
I love it when they say that. Okay, so everybody take a minute to share this broadcast. Let everybody know that you are watching ActorScope. I need everyone from everywhere to stop, take a second, share the broadcast on Twitter. Let your friends and followers know that ActorScope is on, and if you are serious about your craft, this is where you need to be. Once you've done the sharing, type the word share. Okay, type the word share so I know you guys are paying attention. All right, so now, Who's Got Heart? Wow, guys. Okay, so I don't know even which session of our Who's Got Heart this is, but let me read it to you because my producers have, deliberately prepared this. All right, guys, thank you for following us on Periscope. Keep in mind that we do have a weekly competition called Who's Got Heart. Everybody type the word hearts. So I know you're paying attention. I need to know you're paying attention. Okay, the person that gives the most heart during this broadcast will have their headshot posted on WSA's social media, all of our outlets, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This is a fun and free way to get yourself out there and get some exposure. Now, congrats to Jasmine Hardy. Whoa! Jasmine, over 2,000 hearts last week. Woo! Clap it over her! You never know who's watching, so please, guys, go ahead, keep those hearts coming, and we'll shout you out. Jasmine, your picture was all over our social media. Girl, congratulations. Now, we're also on Facebook. Facebook, we love you. So what I want you to know is we do this contest for our Facebook people so you guys can win too. It's called Who's Been Watching. Those of you on Facebook have the contest for you. We call it Who's Been Watching. All you have to do is answer a question regarding last week's show, and the winner will also get their headshot posted on all of WSA's social media outlets for the world to see. So be sure to email us your answers, wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. Also, make sure you like our Facebook page at facebook.com/WSA ActorScope and subscribe to Facebook Live broadcast. Congrats to last week's winner, Amima J. Hyacinth, for who's been watching, okay? Shout out, Amima. There you go. Am I saying it right, Amima? Amima. Sorry, Amima. Okay, shout out to you. Now, this week's question, I hope you were paying attention. Now, here's what you got to do, guys. This is a secret. Pay attention to the show, take your notes. If you don't get to see the show, watch a rebroadcast so that you can get the answers to the questions and you can win. Now, for this week's question, Mike, our resident director in-house, has a mantra throughout his time directing his movie, Untitled. Shout out to Untitled. Send your answer to WSA. What was Mike's mantra? If you guys don't get this right, he's been talking about this movie forever. Y'all are really not paying attention. So please, get it right. Don't hurt his feelings. He wants to know that you're listening to him. Okay, so get it right, and you can win. So that's for our Facebook followers. Now, I also want to let Atlanta know, this weekend we got Bronx Day, but next weekend we got SOAR in Atlanta, okay? We're ready to soar again next week, Saturday, August 6th. SOAR stands for Start Owning the Audition Room. Guys, if I were in your place, I would take this class. It's really dropping jewels that you need to know if you're serious about your craft. For those of you who keep asking about the classes, we offer one of the best audition intensives in Atlanta. Ask people, ask somebody, go to the page, you will see, okay? I teach you how to soar, and I walk you through step by step on how to own the room from the moment you walk in to the moment you walk out. ActorScope peeps get $30 off. That is one hell of a sale, okay? You get $30 off. Enter the code ActorScope for $30 off. Register now at soarwithwinsomeatl.eventbrite.com or email soarwithwinsome@gmail.com. Make sure you reserve your seats. I don't know how many seats are left, but don't wait till next Wednesday for me to talk about it when the seats are all gone. Right? Get in now while you have the opportunity, because space is limited. I don't like the classes to be big because I want to be able to give everybody who's taking the class one-on-one attention to make sure you all get what you came from. So it's never a huge class. It's an intimate intensive. I promise you, you will thank me later. All right, now we're up to our questions portion. If I'm rushing, somebody let me know, because I feel like I'm talking super fast because I have so much information, but I want to make sure you get everything. All right, because last week we went along with the show because it was our anniversary, but I got to be back to my 30-minute limit now, or else they're going to cut me off. The screen will just go dark. Okay, now our first viewer question is from Janelle from New York via Cleveland. Okay, she said, I just moved from New York to from Cleveland in pursuit of my acting career, but I've also been hearing that Atlanta is a hot spot for movies, TVs these days. That's actually true, Janelle. From your experience, are there any advantages to living in New York as opposed to Atlanta for actors? If so, what are the advantages? Well, this is what I will say. Being in New York it's a hub, okay? So I can never take anything away from that. I will always be a Big Apple girl in my heart. And when you do theater, like the best places for theater in the world are New York and London. Okay, so if you're there in New York, definitely take advantage of seeing all the theater culture there, auditioning for theater, because as a casting director, one of the things you can ask casting directors across the board is that we love actors that are theater trained. So take advantage of that in New York. There's a lot of work going on in Atlanta. Hence my move after 25 years. So I would never tell you Atlanta's not a good place. I'm happy to be here. The work is consistent here. But if you're in New York and that's where you want to stay, take advantage of what's not here, which is all that theater culture. Okay, so I hope that helps you. All right, my second question is from Jillian from Dallas, Texas. As an actor, we're forever searching for the winning formula for auditions. In your opinion, what makes a good audition? Well, Jillian, this is why you should take SOAR, or have SOAR come to your city, okay? I'll give you one little jewel. One of the things that you have to do as an actor when you come into audition is go in confident. Okay, that's one jewel. If you want more, you need to take SOAR. I can't give all the cookies away. All right. Next, Kumari. Hey, Kumari from Atlanta. If you audition for a recurring role in an upcoming series and later get selected to do extra work on that series, would accepting the extra work automatically disqualify you from consideration for that recurring role? If so, please advise regarding the professional way to handle that situation. Well, here's the thing. It depends on the casting director. So one of the things you should ask is, when you accept the extra work, if you choose to accept it, say, will this preclude me from getting cast in a speaking role? Ask the question first, right? Don't do it and have regrets later. If most of the times it shouldn't, because if you're doing extra work, which is a great way to get to know the crew and get to know people and learn about what goes on set, but if you're doing extra work, you're probably not going to be seen unless you're doing something very featured, and then they probably can't use you again. But I'll give you the example of Walt Willey. Walt Willey was played a character named Jack on All My Children. Some of you don't even know what that is, okay? But he did extra work for years, between All My Children and One Life to Live, for years. And you know what? And the casting directors kept calling him in to audition for things because they knew he had something and they knew they wanted to give him something. But what it ended up doing for him is making them so familiar and comfortable with him. When the role of Jack came about, they automatically thought of him and he got that role. So building a relationship with the casting team is never a bad thing, even if that means accepting extra work in the beginning. It doesn't necessarily work against you, but build that relationship. That's the best thing that you can do. I hope that helped. Okay, number 4 is from JD from Miami, Florida. She said, I noticed a few shows back that you had interns working for you. I'm graduating in August and I'm looking to apply to an internship. How would one go about doing that? With us? Ooh, well, we just happen to be looking for new interns. What I would do is follow on our WSA ActorScope page, and we'll put the information up. I think we're accepting resumes until next Friday. So one of the producers, please post it on our ActorScope page, and you can submit in that way. All right. And if somebody gives me the email address, I'll read it out loud before the show is out. Okay. Now, and our last from Julio. You live in Alabama, really? Okay, Julio from Alabama. Has producing your first movie changed your outlook on the movie making process? It hasn't changed it, but what it has do, great question though about Julio. I don't believe you're from Alabama though. Anyway, this is what I'll say. It has deepened my respect and my love for the craft that God has put me on this planet to do. So it is so much deeper than, I love casting. I will always love casting. I love actors. This is why I love casting. But producing is, I guess I feel like it's doing it on a bigger scale because you're involved from soup to nuts. And at the end of the day, if you know me and you followed me or you've ever heard me speak anywhere, you say what I do for a living is make people's dreams come true. And truthfully, producing is that on the next level. Casting is definitely that, but producing is that on the next level. So I'm continuing in what my mission is, but it's just deeper and stronger and more powerful now. So has it changed my outlook? No, but it's changed my level of love, if that's even possible. Okay. So here comes, I'm gonna say this is Mike's favorite time of the show. Okay, here comes our resident in-house director, Mike Michaels, to tell us what's filming. Look at that!
Hello, everybody. Well, you know what? I went to the gym for the first time in 2 months last night, so I wore this motion shirt to see if it worked out. How's it going? How's that going?
Right now. Okay.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? So happy to be back yet again. What's up, Facebook Live? What's up, Periscope? And what's up, everybody watching on my Facebook Live? How y'all doing out there today? Welcome to ActorScope yet again. And I got so much really good information.
Share on.
Matter of fact, listen, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all next to 10 seconds to go grab a pen. Go grab a pen. You need a pen because there's a lot of important information for those of you in New York and a lot of information for those of you in Atlanta. Very, 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 very important. In the words of DJ Khaled, I got major keys for y'all today.
He's going to be at Bronx Day, by the way.
For real?
DJ Khaled's going to be there.
Khaled, holla at me. Khaled, holla at me, man. I love Khaled. I just love everything he represents, the hustle, the grind. I got to get with it. But let me get to it before I run out of time, all right? So, we're going to start off in New York and work our way down, okay? Now, I don't know what it is about New York, but these casting calls have a lot of information. So I'm going to read it to you as slow and as quick as I can.
We want no excuses.
None. Okay, so listen. A hit CBS TV series is looking for, get this, a Latino George Clooney.
What? Exactly.
They want someone, they're looking for a Latino George Clooney. So listen. If you are like that smooth Latino dude with just all the George Clooney swag, you need to submit, all right? They're looking for union and non-union submissions. You must be comfortable playing live and dead with special effects makeup.
Live and dead?
Listen, I'm just reading. Don't come for me, y'all. Listen,
God,
you need to be able to play live and dead.
Okay.
Playing dead can't be that hard.
Well,
it's like the easiest check.
No, but you can't breathe. They can't see you breathing. You have to hold your breath.
Right.
You have to slow it down. You can't move.
Right.
Listen, that's artwork too.
It's artwork. Okay, I'll take it. All right. Now listen, and they also want you to be able to deal with a complicated storyline, whatever that means. They're being very, very open, So if you feel that you have what it takes, then please submit your location. Again, this is New York. Your location, your contact name, and contact number. And you need to send this to, I just had it. It escaped me. Matter of fact, it's because he was saying,
We're a live show.
We're a live show. You know what? We're going to post it on the website for you guys exactly where to go ahead and do that. In the meantime, the show Gotham, Fox, this on Fox, Gotham, they're also looking for, and this is why I always tell you guys, ActorScope is not just for actors. Because listen to what they're looking for. They're looking for someone to portray female jazz band on the show. Your work dates are going to be the 28th through the 8th. They're looking for a real snare drum player, a stand-up bass player, and an accordion player. So if you have these skills, this is for you.
And if you know somebody who has the skills, let them know. Share this information, guys. Sometimes it's not for you, but you know somebody that can actually benefit from it. Share.
Right. So listen, you're going to need to be able to play either a snare drum, you're going to have to play the bass, or an accordion. Send your email to Gotham.
Yes.
Gotham, like where
Batman
Lives.
Mm-hmm.
Gotham at gwcnyc.com. Again, Gotham at gwcnyc.com. All right, that's enough for New York. I got a lot for y'all in Atlanta, okay? Check this out in Atlanta, all right? There's a show called Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. And
Ooh,
you heard.
guys, if you don't know this story, this woman's story, before you have to Google it. You will get chills, and I'm not gonna jump your gun, but shout out to Oprah.
Now, yeah, exactly. And Oprah is actually starring Oprah. So, with that being said, here's what they're looking for. They're looking for 3 different things, okay? They're looking for anyone who looks like they can play, like work in a science lab, 18 years or older, whether it be a college lab, a professional lab, the CDC. Go ahead and put science lab in the subject line. That email, by the way, is extrascastingtm@gmail.com. They're also looking for older black men and women, 65 years of age and older. If that's you, go ahead and put older black man or older black woman in the subject line. And they're also looking for Caucasian men and women who have a look from the 50s, 60s, or 70s. Longer hair, no tattoos, shaved head. Put Caucasian man in the subject line. Again, that's extrascastingtm@gmail.com. Also, going on here in Atlanta, our friend Autumn Bailey Ford.
Shout out to Autumn.
She is actually looking for people to put in paid positions for UPMs, production designers, hair and makeup artists, lighting grip, PAs, cameraman, catering, location. Pretty much, if you work behind the scenes of any type of film production, you definitely want to get this email. I told you to get your pins. It's abecrewga@gmail.com. Again, that's by Autumn Bailey Ford. abecrewga@gmail.com.
And ABE probably stands for Autumn Bailey Entertainment, which is the name of her company.
Exactly.
Shout out to Autumn. She is our sister here at ActorScope, and she is always looking out and always doing good things in the community.
She's getting it.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Last but not least, guess who's casting?
Who would that be?
That'd be none other than WSA. You see the letters right there? WSA. You see that? You see that? WSA is casting Born in the Game. It's directed by Ibrahim Yilla.
Yep.
And it's shooting in DC. Just to give you a background, it's about a young lady named Kima, a victim of her circumstances, but she's ghetto fabulous, and she's stylish, and she's proud of it. She's confident with her body, she's witty, and she knows how to use her brain to survive in the streets. Kima's all about making money and milking the system because that's all she knows how to do. She lives every day in survival mode, finding it difficult to commit to a man. She eventually humbles herself, knowing that she has to change. So these are all the projects that we got that's casting all over the place. Come through, definitely. It's going to be amazing, and we just cannot wait for them.
Also, if you want to submit and you want to know what other characters are being cast for Born in the Game, if you're on Actors Access, go there. You can find the information, okay? So we want to include all our people. Everybody say, oh, do you see people that don't have agents? Yes, we do. Now's your chance. Now's your opportunity. Go to Actors Access. Sign up for Actors Access so you can find out what's going on with this project, okay? Because at WSA, we're always looking for new talent.
Yes, and at WSA, we're always doing our shameless plugs.
Oh, yeah, shameless plug.
One time for, this side, you got it on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another shameless plug, go to GoFundMe.com/Untitled Movie 2016. Listen, 1s, 5s, 10s, great or small? Or what's the saying?
At WSA, we're grateful for it all. We're grateful for the big, and we're grateful for the small.
With that being said, I'm going to take another sip.
Shameless plug, ActorScope. Okay, so today when you want to hang around and just chill with me for the rest of the show?
I love chilling with you.
Okay, cool. Because I want to talk about something that I'm sure you'll be amongst those listeners. I can see into the future a little bit. I don't have a crystal ball, but I can see into the future, and you will be on this list sooner than later. We're talking about the greats.
Ooh.
I accept that energy. Life is about
receive
accepting.
that. Exactly.
I receive that energy.
I am speaking that into your life. Okay, so today we want to focus on something very important. And at ActorScope from the beginning, we have always said ActorScope is not just for actors, right? You just showed that with Autumn Bailey's post.
Mm-hmm.
And this show has a segment called What's Casting, where we talk about all that stuff. But what we want to talk about is our in-house director, Mr. Mike Michaels. And no matter what we do on this show, there are no shortcuts to greatness. What have you learned? I think one of the strongest lessons you've learned so far on your quest for greatness?
Literally just that. There's no shortcut. You cannot cheat the hustle. You have got to do what Steve Harvey calls the jump. You got to jump, and you just have to know that parachute gonna come out. It may not come out when you want it to come out.
Listen,
you know, but
you have to be another thing that I've learned a little bit older than you is that you have to be meticulous in your approach. Right. And a good example is Kevin Hart. You have to go harder than anybody else you know. Because one of the things that I was raised, my father telling us, is that you do not get ahead or become great by doing what's expected of you.
Right.
You only do that by doing more than what's expected of you.
But of course.
So, you know, another poem my father, this is coming off the dome now, another poem that he used to say is that the height that great men reached and kept was not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night. So if you're trying to get a full night's sleep and get all your rest and you think you're going to be great one day, yeah, that's not how it works. You're going to have to lose some sleep on the front end, okay, to be able to sleep as long as you want on the back end, okay? My father knew that we were serious about anything when he saw us going hard, hustling harder than we were doing for anything else. That's when he would jump in and support us because he knew that you were serious about where you wanted to go.
And that's why I keep telling y'all about this GoFundMe. I'm sorry to keep bringing it up. But listen, y'all, listen. I don't sleep. I don't eat. I know I got to get it. And thank you so much for everybody who's already donated. Matter of fact, this morning, I woke up to $60 worth of donations.
Wow.
And you know what that $60 came from?
What?
People throwing in 5 here, 10 here, 15 for it. It's a collaborative effort, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. I'll never be able to repay you because it's deeper than the money. It's really about the belief.
It's funding a vision. It's funding a vision. It's like, and these people are really like, they're supporting you in that they're telling you, we believe what you believe and we want to support you and get into your goal.
Yes.
And I think that's a huge message, whether it's a $1 donation, a $5 donation, a $100 donation, $50 donation, they're saying that we believe in you. And that's a lot. And I want you to understand the gravity and intensity of that.
But see, I'm just a little affected, just a little bit. Can I share something?
Sure, absolutely.
Now listen, I've told everybody literally, now I know people just don't believe me, but listen, y'all, I know a lot of people watch my posts and they see Untitled coming up. Guys, when I say $1, I literally mean, if that's all you got, $1 or a share, it goes deep. And I appreciate it, y'all. I really, really appreciate it. So please don't think if you donate something, you're like, oh, Mike gonna look crazy. Nah, listen, y'all just don't know what that does to my spirit to know that y'all rocking with me. So
This young man is humble, and I love that about him too.
Let me stop before I get teary-eyed. I have to write another movie.
We hope you do. We actually hope you do. And I want to talk about some other people. Like I said, you're going to be amongst the greats. But some of the people who, in their come up, they studied the greats. And I'll give you some examples. Like Ice Cube was inspired by Run DMC.
You can see that correlation.
Kobe Bryant studied Michael Jordan.
Like a book.
Okay. Who else do we have here? Michael Jackson studied James Brown. Okay? He studied James Brown. There's nothing wrong with learning from those who've gone before you. Exactly. Right? And if you are lucky to find yourself a mentorship where someone will pour into your life based on their experience, because another thing, I'm always quoting my daddy, but my father says is anybody can learn from their own mistakes. A wise man learns from somebody else's mistakes.
That's the best way to go.
You know, and that's kind of what I want to teach in my mentorships too. I'm gonna tell you what I did wrong, because y'all can go out and make some brand new mistakes. Don't make the ones I made.
Right.
Okay,
right.
That's already been done for you. Okay, make some brand new mistakes, and you will make mistakes. Don't let that stop you. Okay,
right.
That's all a part of the learning. You're not supposed to get it right completely the first time. Please hear me on that. You're not, there's no need for perfection, and there's no need to try to get it right the first time, but just do something. I promise you, with practice, you will get better. Right. You will get better. That is something I can tell you based on life experience, okay? So, Mike, let me ask you this question, because you're about to be amongst the greats in due time, because you're not going to leap to heights that we're meant to climb.
I love that.
But who are some of the directors that you consider to be good?
I got quite a list, but I'll just go through a couple of them with you.
Sure.
But instead of just going through them, I want to tell you what I learned about, just in a snippet. Mm-hmm. For example, at first I was trying to figure out, how do you become a director? So I started doing my research. I looked up James Cameron. Mm-hmm. James Cameron's the guy who directed Titanic, which was my first ever favorite movie. And he also did Avatar, amongst other things. But what James Cameron said to me, and I'm going to read you his quote. He said, in order to be a director, here's what you do. Shoot something. No matter how small, no matter how cheesy, no matter whether your friends and your sisters star in it, shoot it on video and then put your name on it as director. Everything after that, you're just negotiating your budget and your fee.
Okay, got it, got it.
I like that. Then I want to know, okay, well, now that I can be a director, what do I have to do to be a good director? How do I connect with the artist? Martin Scorsese, I did some research on him. Martin Scorsese, what all the actors that work with him say about him is that he really listens to them. You know, he lets them be a part of the creative process.
Leonardo DiCaprio loves working with him.
Exactly. And, you know, and the greats attract the great. So that's what I learned about him. Spielberg taught me something really good, really cool. One of our associate producers here, she actually shared this with me. If you guys have ever watched the show Animaniacs, you know what Animaniacs is?
Sorry, I don't want that.
Well, growing up, y'all, Animaniacs is one of my favorite cartoons on the Warner Brothers network, right? And not until a month ago I realized Steven Spielberg made the Animaniacs. I'm talking about the same Steven Spielberg that's made Amistad and that's made Jaws and made Indiana Jones. He made a cartoon. So to me, what that said is, I don't have a limit. I can do whatever I want. So I'm really excited about that. Spike Lee taught me that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be exceptional. You don't have to look, you don't have to process things the same way that everybody does, because when you watch a Spike Lee movie, you know it's a Spike Lee movie. And one of my favorites, I have to say, is Alfred Hitchcock. For those of you who don't know, Alfred Hitchcock made movies like Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest. He's actually coined as the father of suspense. Now, me as a filmmaker, what I've also done, I got a big picture of Alfred Hitchcock on my wall. Man's been dead for like 30, 40 years. But what I do is, I look at that and I know that that's where I want to get. I want to be the new father of suspense because I love it so much. And he has this one quote that I love. He says, a suspense film is giving the audience information in advance. If you're going to make suspense, you must make everything clear because a wandering audience is not a good audience. But the best thing he said is, the cliche belongs to anyone except me.
Okay, I love it. And now, here's the thing. With all those people and their greatness, this is what I'll say to you. Find your lane.
Right.
Do not plagiarize as done at the RNC. Shout out to Michelle Obama, who gave 2 speeches this year at the RNC and at the DNC. That's just my take on it. Okay? Shout out to Michelle Obama.
Shout
Okay?
out.
But, you know, we're not political here, but I had to get that plug in from my first lady, Flotus Rocks.
We see
okay,
you,
we see you. We see you, Michelle Obama in 2020. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying 2016.
2020. No. It's 2020.
Okay.
2020.
Okay. 2020.
Okay. So, that being said, I know we went over in our time, but I do want to share a little bit of something from my Summy Says, okay? And this is from Lady O, okay? Not Obama, but Oprah, okay? And here's what she says. Real integrity is doing the right thing knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not. So check your integrity, guys, this week. Are you doing the right thing because it's right, or are you doing the right thing because people can see that you're doing the right thing, okay? Because your character is who you are when nobody's watching. Other than that, will you come back next week? Same bat time?
Same back channel, you know I'm back.
Shout out, thank you, another ActorScope 51.
We'll see you next week.